process, I might put in a little buzzword here, additionally, this process of standardisation was kick-started by Claxton's printing press in, what was the date again? 1476. Thank you. All right. Whereby spelling in order for a mass audience to understand. Right then, that's my intro. Okay. So now I want to introduce Catru's inner circle. So how am I going to do that? Part of parents' evening was that we need to come alive and offer ideas. You can't just be sitting there, some of you. You need to make sure that you are contributing, because there are a couple of you in here that are constantly contributing and the rest of you are sort of kicking back. And I need to get you to a point, and so does Miss, where you actually can do this without those prompts. So how do I introduce Catru's circle now, with it linked to this idea of standardisation, the idea of it being, almost one and the same? Okay, what does that mean? Fantastic, good. So that's a perfect idea, this norm-providing language, okay, that it starts with us, goes into another country, and then they adapt it and make it their own version. Okay. What this has meant is that English has become a norm providing language due to its rigid rules and systems. When being introduced to new countries. And apologies for my writing. It's week 8 and I'm losing the ability to write. Okay, so due to its rigid rules and systems when being introduced to new countries. Okay? So, for instance, as part of colonial Britain, when invading and colonising places such as Australia, our language was taught and learned using these specific rules. Okay, so then I'd start to talk about, you know, how it's the spelling systems and all of that lot would have been inflicted, and then I'd talk about what Alana says, and then give some examples. Okay. So I'm going to start a new paragraph. Have we all got that jotted down, or what we need to? Cattru's concentric circle model highlights British English being within the inner circle. Alongside this is American and Australian English too. Some key differences. So where do I need to go now? Because we need some AO1 in there. We've got plenty of AO2, but we're lacking AO1, so I need some AO1. So there are some key differences between the three in British. So try and think of three different ways perhaps of spelling the same word for Australian, for American and for English, or three different forms of the same word perhaps. Simon?
Did you say about how they spell like centre, different stuff like ER?
Yeah, okay. Some also like that. Okay. What is wrong with that, or what is different about that?
So obviously we spell it like that here, but then in America it's like CEN, TE.
Why do we spell it like that?
Does it go back to the rules that have been set?
The rules of what?
That have been set by like English language.
So in terms of where that's originally from, that spelling. Where is it from? France, good, okay. Where there is still an influence on what's this bit called? At the end of a word. What's another word for different? I'm bored of using different. Okay. So you've now got some AO1, which is nice. That's it. That's all we've got time for. So I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves. Oh.